9 News at 9 starts right now.
We start tonight with a look outside over Denver on a weather impact day. Our team's tracking the potential for some heavy rain across the metro tonight. A big switch up from what we saw this week when we were flirting with 90-degree weather.
We're also expecting our first major, or at least real snowstorm of the season in the mountains overnight. Here's a look at Crested Butte right now. Some snow already falling there, and the mountains could start seeing some more snow until tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mark Salinger.
And I'm Jennifer Meckles. Like we mentioned, several mountain towns expecting to see snow overnight, including Georgetown. That's where we find 9 News reporter Rhea Jha tonight, who's been up there chatting with folks. A lot of them, Rhea, were out looking at leaves earlier today, trying to get that done before the snow came through.
Yeah, no snow just yet, but I can tell you that it is cold. I just checked the weather. It's 32 degrees, so I'm assuming that the snow should be coming down any second now. But it has been raining for the past several hours. This was a rude end to the summer for the people, especially for those people who were visiting. We spoke with one couple who was visiting Georgetown for a camping trip, and they gave us the perfect synopsis of the two responses to this weather that we were expecting. The dad, born and raised in Denver, he was like, classic Colorado, anything can happen here. The mom was born and raised in Southern California. So you would imagine, as you said, Jenny, we had 80 to 90 degrees just a week ago. So this was just a total shock to her. They have a younger child, and they were hoping to close off the summer season with one final camping trip. But this weather definitely ruined those plans.
Yeah, so originally, we had a great plan for going on the Georgetown Loop in the afternoon and seeing the fall colors and then staying at a campsite. And what ended up happening is we had to buy a last-minute ticket to the 10 a.m. scramble up here and book a last-minute hotel.
So we are on snow watch out here, and we're going to send it over to Lauren Robinson. I know it should be happening any second now, Lauren.
Yeah, and our radar is showing a lot of snow over Georgetown, so it may just be falling as snow aloft and then rain at the surface. We're going to continue to keep an eye out for that, but the vast majority of us, we're going to see some sort of precipitation as we go into the deeper hours tonight and into early tomorrow morning. We can see that here on our live radar, this long line of heavy showers and storms pushing its way up the I-25 corridor and making its way toward portions of the Front Range and Eastern Plains. A couple of storms across the northern plains, and of course that snow off to the west. So as we zoom in a bit further, where we can see Georgetown on this map, this is showing more of that snow there, but again, could be falling as rain as it drops closer to the surface. I'd expect that to continue to change over. But as you make your way eastward, you can see that that snow to rain shift. We're still pretty dry in Denver. We got a couple of raindrops earlier today, but we're going to watch for that heavier rain to still kick in during the overnight hours and into early tomorrow. Off to the west, where we do have that snow falling, we still have a winter weather advisory in effect until noon tomorrow. So coming up in my full 7-day forecast, we're going to talk a bit more about that rain and snow expectation tonight. We're going to talk about the early showers and chilly weather tomorrow, and we have more fall-like weather ahead. All of that information for you in my 7-day.
So it's that first storm of the season that gets everybody excited, Lauren. Thank you. The moisture is also helping fire crews continuing to battle the Pearl Fire in Larimer County, right up near the Wyoming state line. Containment there is up to 90% today, and there's some more good news. Today, the all clear was given for the area, which means that all evacuation orders are removed and all normal activity can resume. The fire that broke out on Monday and has burned about 100 acres or so really got some fire crews worried about it spreading into Red Feather Lakes. More than 300 firefighters have been battling that fire all week long.
Aurora police say one man has died after a fight turned into a shooting last night. This happened at the intersection of East Colfax and Helena Street around 8:45. Officers responded to reports of a shooting at a business there, found one man with multiple gunshot wounds. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say that shooting started with some kind of an argument that escalated into a full-blown fight and then a shooting. Tonight, police have not named any suspects. Police in Aurora are also investigating another shooting. APD got called out to an apartment on 16th Avenue this morning near Spencer Garrett Park. They said someone reported a family member got shot. But when officers got to the scene, nobody answered the door. Officers learned the man got himself to the hospital before they arrived, and now police say he's not cooperating with this investigation. So they're still trying to figure out exactly when and where the shooting happened.
This week, a man from southern Colorado was issued citations for killing and shooting 2 bear cubs in Trinidad. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says the man was cited for careless discharge of a firearm after he shot at a bear and its 3 cubs that were killing chickens outside of his home. The incident happened last week. CPW was able to capture a 3rd bear cub and release it back into a bear habitat. That's the video that you're watching there on your screen. Officers called the shooting pretty unusual because property owners are allowed to defend their livestock if they're being attacked, but they say this man was shooting a rifle inside city limits, so they considered it a dangerous act towards his neighbors. The citation against the man is considered a Class 2 misdemeanor, which means he could pay up to $1,000 for the shooting. The words affordable and Denver are rarely used in the same sentence. I don't have to tell you that. But today, a community on East Colfax took a big step in trying to change that.
A community group actually bought an apartment building with the hope they could try to stop rent from rising for the people who live there. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi explains the changes they now plan on making.
Woo! Excitement.
Hi, great to see you.
Echoes through East Colfax. On the way to the atrium of this apartment.
We are here to celebrate the monumentous accomplishment and achievement of the official launch of the East Colfax Mint with our acquisition of 1371 Xenia Street right here.
MINT means Mixed Income Neighborhood Trust. The East Colfax Community Collective, or EC3, and Trust Neighborhoods, a national nonprofit, have been working on this idea for 2 years.
The EC Mint has emerged out of necessity. The necessity to combat the housing crisis in our community with a durable, potent solution that shifts the control of housing into the hands of the community.
EC3 bought the building to help people living near East Colfax struggling with housing instability and fear of displacement. Their hope is that they can stop rent from rising so people can stay in their homes for longer.
We're only the 5th city in the nation to adapt this model.
Nakomi Parker listened as EC3 announced the changes coming to her 1-bedroom apartment she's called home for 5 years.
Well, I just don't like the rent go up because it's not worth it.
Number 1, the Mint will step in to stabilize rents and create long-term affordability for residents.
And number 2 on a long list, improving housing conditions.
Some of the stuff they need to really fix in the building because it's really bad. Cause I just feel like it's not safe.
EC3 hopes this property is more than just an acquisition. They want lasting change and to set an example for other communities.
With me, I pray to God for a better place because it's bad out here, but when you come to your home, that's your home. So you could be welcome to your own place.
Who owns this building? Who owns this building? Taking the profit out of real estate 1 building at a time.